YukYuks Ottawa, it is an honor to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Yeah, imagine if that was always the way you answered that question. You know, somebody asks, how are you? And you just go, wow! That'd be weird. You know, I was out and about the other day, I see this beautiful girl walking over to me, I get all nervous, you know, I'm red in the face, I got butterflies in my stomach. She walks up to me and she says, hey, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the butterfly store. That's why the butterflies are in my stomach, I was eating them. You're not supposed to do that at the butterfly store. I need a little help with this next one. When I go like this, you say, why? To me, every balloon is a hot air balloon.
Why?
Because I fuck balloons. Hey, here's my impression of a guy who fucks balloons finding out about Canada. Did you just say inflation? Right, so ISIS, huh? You know, we'll shelf that one for now. You guys ever heard of music? You're a hip crowd, you know music. You know? I got one for going off script a little bit. Hey, here's one about arthritis. You know, I feel like you can relate to arthritis, some of you. I used to be bad to the bone, and now my bones are bad to me. This one for the kids out there, but no, the song Piano Man by Billy Joel, it has a lyric that says, Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And my question for Paul is, what the fuck is a real estate novelist? This guy's out here writing shit like Lords of the Land behind 4 closed doors, you know, brokerage back mountain. It's not that he didn't have time for a wife, it's that nobody wanted to fuck the guy. For Christ's sake, he's still working on his book, Mortgage 2, The Gambling Problem. You know, they say dress for the job you want, so I dress as the manager for the butterfly store. That way I can eat more. Hey, I went to the boat store because I heard there was a huge sale on boats. Yeah, I took a ferry over to the islands. He said, don't call me that. Hey, to me, every potato is a hot potato.
Why?
Because I fuck potatoes. I bet you didn't see that one coming. What do I got here? I went to the doctor. Anyone here ever been to the dentist? I went to the dentist, but instead of a human person, my dentist was a killer whale. Can you believe it, folks? An orchodontist? Thanks. I started a business doing surgery on tiny lizards. It's a small-scale operation. Yeah, hey, some guy wrote me a letter the other day. It was an H. First, I'm one of those guys who will stop at nothing to read half the dictionary. No, but English is weird. Here's a weird expression in English. You guys ever heard this one? It's head over heels. You guys heard that one? It's when you're so in love, you say that you're head over heels. You know, now I never went to anatomy school, so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't your head always over your heels? You know, that's like saying I'm so in love, I'm knees on legs. You know, it's like saying I'm so in love, I'm fingers on hands about that girl. You know? I'm toes on feet. You guys get it, right? You know body part, you know? It's like saying I'm so in love, I'm nose on face about this lady. You know, that's how in love I am, you know? What was I talking? Right, ISIS. Hey, maybe if all those people who got decapitated by ISIS, maybe if they had a little bit more love in their life, they'd still be head attached to body. You know, instead of head rolling around on the floor and they like shoot blood out of their neck, like, I'm dying, you know? It's fun. Everyone likes the ISIS jokes. Any ladies in here tonight? Ladies! You ladies remember that thing that happened around 12, 13? 13, somewhere in that time period. You know that thing where you all went to Jupiter to get more stupider? Hey, I don't know who this misogyny is, but she sure sounds like a real bitch. Hey, to me, every pocket is a hot pocket. So I fuck pockets. All right, one last one. This is about my dog. I had my dog put down recently. Anybody else? I had my dog put down recently. If you're ever gonna have a dog put down, do not get a house call. All right, this guy shows up to my house, starts checking my dog's heartbeat, you know, listening to the thing he's come to take away, and then he proceeds to kill my childhood best friend and immediately start asking for credit card information. Wasn't cheap either, folks. It was like $2,000. I tell you what, anyone here needs a pet put down, get me a 6-pack of PBR and a blunt object. Shit, maybe a towel too. I am going to be jacking off a lot. To me, every dog is a hot dog. Because I leave my dog in the car. Guys, I've been crazy. You've been great. Don't fuck anything you wouldn't eat.
Yes, everybody, keep it going, Florida.